Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the channel update for May 2018, and I promise in this one I'm not going to be as long as I was the last time. So guys, it's always great to do these updates because it gives me the opportunity to thank everyone for the support that they've shown in the last year and a half for the channel. It also gives me the opportunity to welcome all you new subscribers to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us here on Gaming for XP. I hope you're enjoying the channel, I hope you're enjoying the content, and please feel free to interact, send your comments, add your likes, all the rest of it, and be part of the community here on the channel. So the updates usually is my opportunity just to give you an idea of what's what's been happening, how strong the channel growth is, etc., etc. So we're going to cover a whole lot of things today, which will be basically what's going on in the channel as far as growth goes, Fallout 4, a couple of new segments that I'm really excited about, and also we'll talk a little bit about Assassin's Creed Origins. So, where are we up to at the moment with the channel? What's going on? What's new? What's fresh? Well, since the last update in March, we've added a total about roughly at the time of recording 65 new subscribers. So thank you so much for that. I know my last video I was a little bit down in the dumps. I was a little bit despondent, but you guys always have a habit of picking me up and really inspiring me to continue with the channel. So the growth is good. We're nearly at 400 guys, and maybe even by the time we release this video we'll have hit the 400 mark, which is incredible, and I am so grateful all the time. We've been doing a few new things on the channel. We have a new intro, we have a new trailer. Here we go, me having breakfast, and thanks for all the really nice comments that I got on that trailer video. It was a lot of fun putting it together, and hopefully it gives you a flavour of who we are here, how the channel runs. You see a little bit of the background, and really kind of highlights what we do here on Gaming for XP. Excellent, that's good. Since the start of the year, we've actually reached quite a milestone. We're actually around 400, as it stands today, about 420 videos up on the channel, 71,000 views, and for a channel this size, this is quite astounding. It is quite large. I've been looking around a lot of different channels that are bigger than us. They haven't put nowhere near that amount of content out. They have nowhere near that amount of views. So it's astounding, guys, and obviously it just goes to show that we are giving you content that you like and you keep watching, and the view time is very healthy indeed. So, what else? As many of you might noticed, I've put this new intro in the start of all the videos, and that's really about how YouTube views the kind of channel growth, and it's important that you're keeping up to date with all the new content on the channel, and that is just real an information segment that I put up, and it is working. Thanks so much for all the support on the notifications and making sure that you're seeing everything that's new on the channel. So let's move on to Fallout 4, because that's pretty much the main staple of the channel, and that's where it's been built from. So we've been working on a whole lot of new builds along a survival type theme for about the last, I don't know, about 6 weeks, and those have proved incredibly popular. I have adopted some new ways of presenting a number of videos on the channel, and I'll talk about others in a minute. The build you're seeing at the moment at Sanctuary Hills was one of the first videos that actually didn't show you a heck of a lot of the build process. I really just showed you a before and after, and that is Seems to be a very kind of popular way of doing things, and I'm going to continue to do those type of builds in the future, where I'll show you what I think is important for you to see, and what you might get some ideas from, and then give you a final tour. I'd like your feedback on that, if that's what you'd like me to do, or whether you would like me to continue showing you kind of bit by bit how the builds all pull together. We done a sneaky rebuild at the Mechanist layer in the last couple of months, and that was a heck of a lot of fun, but it did have its challenges. And one of the things I do want your help on is the segment on a Monday where I just do individual builds. I've been building in Fallout for nearly 2 years, maybe a little bit more than that, and coming up with new ideas is becoming harder and harder to do. So what I would like you to do is put forward some ideas for me, little single or maybe 2 video builds that you'd like to see me try. And if I haven't tried them before, I'm so happy, number one, to give them a go. Number two, I will give you a shout out on the channel. So best way to do that is to contact me through the kind of normal ways of just leaving comments down below any of the videos that you're watching, saying, gaming, I'd like you to try this, have you tried that, blah blah blah. The other way is just to hit me up on Twitter, send me a personal message with some ideas, and I'll get those and we'll go forward. You can also leave messages on the YouTube channel if you like personal messages, but please please be warned, I don't always, the way that I see notifications and stuff, I don't always pick those up. So there you go, there's the challenge for you, the subscribers and viewers. Give me some ideas, because otherwise what's going to kind of happen with the Monday builds is that I'm just not going to have those running on the channel on a regular basis, and we'll replace them with something else. So, Gaming Plays Fallout 4. Well, I've really enjoyed, guys, I really have enjoyed going back, because I've been so busy with building in Fallout 4 for such a long time. It is really a pleasant change to go back and actually physically play the game. And it seems that by the support and number of views we're getting, you also enjoy me stumbling around in the Commonwealth and getting into all kinds of troubles. I've tried to also make this segment, informative, tried to show you where various bobbleheads, magazines, weapons, armor, all that kind of stuff is, and just have fun with the game. And also, I love getting your comments on things like quest lines and what we should do first, and who we should have as companions, all that. So that's going to continue, and I'm just going to keep that running as long as I think you're watching it. If the views start to fall off, then I'll have to kind of relook at it. But at this point, very kind of healthy views on the series, a lot of support, and like I said, please feel free to leave comments down below on each of those different quests and segments and videos. Tell me what you want us to do next, or what you'd like me to see. Now, I do what I tend to do is I do record this in kind of blocks of a couple of hours and then chuck them up on the channel. So I tend to be a little bit ahead of things a lot of the time, and that's really because of the way I record, and because of work commitments. I try and just stay up to date with things, or a little bit ahead at the curve, just in case work gets busy and I need to attend to that. So thanks for all the support on Gaming Plays Fallout 4, and we will continue having fun with that. I have been struggling a little bit with the audio on some of those videos, I must admit, and I'm working on that to address that and make sure that video quality and audio quality is meshing up. It hasn't been easy. Fallout 4 has this weird kind of, it has a whole lot of settings in its audio that don't necessarily work the way they should. So I'm working as hard as possible to make sure that the balance of the audio and the video gameplay all works for you. One of the segments I've been trying to do a little bit more regularly and do it a little bit differently is the mod reviews. And obviously, I've been doing a number of those around the Gaming Plays Fallout 4, but also try and make them practical and see how you can use them in game. And hopefully, you're enjoying that. I think I will also go back to individual mod reviews going forward as well. But I've been trying something a little bit different just to make it a little bit more relevant on how you use the mods and how they work in game. So I hope you appreciate those videos. And finally, on to build challenges. Cutler's Bend we'll start with, and then we'll talk about the Survivalist build challenge in a sec. Thank you so much to Proton Rads for calling me out on this and really making me work pretty hard on how to come up with a build that is outside the normal settlements and give me a whole lot of rules to do that with, because I have really enjoyed really stepping outside my comfort zone to some degree and trying a build in a new area. And it really has been enjoyable. I think the number of views and the comments and the likes on this series have been incredibly strong, and there I would look forward to doing this kind of challenge again. Maybe I think Proton had in mind that we basically done the build and put up a final build video on what we ended up getting to and how we ended up, the settlement ended up looking. But I've enjoyed just serializing this, and I think I'm going to continue to run settlement builds, whole settlement builds on the channel going forward. And that means that fixing up the Commonwealth will be coming back. So we've got a couple more weeks on the Cutler's Bend build, and then we will be into fixing up the Commonwealth. And that brings me to the current challenge we have set for the subscribers. So the Survivor's Build Challenge I put up a couple of weeks ago, you have until the end of June to complete this. If you haven't seen the video or you'd like to get involved, go back on the channel a couple of weeks ago, search at the Survivor's Build Challenge video, have a look at it. It gives you all the background, all the rules, guidelines, whatever, on what this is about. And I'm so happy that I have so many people that have expressed interest in doing this, and a number of the bigger guys that I called out on the video when I started this are up for it and are going to do something with it, which is going to be exciting. I have actually had a few entries already. I've seen both of those videos and they are absolutely astounding. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you come up with on the channel for that build challenge. And it brings me to another subject and it'll be a little bit of a segue into the next thing that I'm going to talk about. One of the things with the build challenges is just to give you an opportunity to show what you can do with a kind of brief, but the other thing is really to help support yourself and your channel and give you a little bit of a shout out on my channel, and hopefully get you some new subscribers and a little bit of recognition for what you do. We all work very hard as YouTubers, and I'm talking to the guys that actually have gaming channels on YouTube. We all work very hard to produce content, and I spoke at length about that in the last update video. And so I've come up with a new segment that I want to run past everyone on that subscribes to the channel and get your feedback on that if you think this is going to be a good idea. So I've been working extremely hard since the last video to help and support small content providers, and so I have an idea for a segment that I'm going to call Meet Your Neighbors. And basically how this is going to work is I'd like to highlight a new channel every week on Gaming for XP that is a small content provider or have been a channel that have either supported Gaming for XP or have been influential in not only influencing my builds on in Fallout 4, but have inspired me to put together the channel in the first place. So what I want to do is just have a channel, an individual channel every week. I have a whole list of channels that I'd like to cover, but the other thing I want to do is put it out to you, the viewers, subscribers, to come up with some suggestions on channels that you would like me to highlight on the channel. And the idea is to ensure that we support the content providers on YouTube, give them a little bit of recognition. My channel is not huge, but I have grown to a reasonable number, and anybody that I can help along the way. I know I got a lot of help from various people when I was starting, and I'd like to pay that back by helping each of you out there just grow your channel a little bit more and introduce people to your content. So guys, let me know what you think about this idea, if you like it, and you'd like to see me start that on the channel. And also, if you have suggestions for channels that you actually subscribe to or like, please put those forward in the comments, and I will do my best to cover those channels. The second segment I've got in mind is coming up with a gaming gear and fixes segment on the channel, where I talk about gear, talk about things like if you're having problems with lag and maybe how to fix that on something like an Xbox. Talk about some of the things that I use for my own gaming experience and how that's improved me, etc. I've only got this in the concept stage at this point. I really need to do a little bit more work on it. I have actually recorded one particular gear review that I may throw up, but again, I'd like your feedback on whether you'd like to see that on this channel, and whether it would benefit you. So please, again, leave comments down below. And finally, Assassin's Creed Origins. We have been running the Curse of the Pharaoh on the channel. We've done well over 60 videos on Assassin's Creed Origins. It's fair to say the support has been astounding, and it was the first ever series that I put up on the channel, full series. And I thank you so much for the support, but it's time to put this to bed now. The views have dropped off, and so I will be finalizing this in the next couple of weeks. But I have pre-ordered Shadow of the Tomb Raider, so if you would like to see that on the channel after about September, October, please leave me some feedback. So that's pretty much it. I did say it'd be shorter. It's not much shorter. Sorry guys, but I do like to put these out and keep you up to date with everything's going on. Get your feedback, get your thoughts on things, so that I'm providing you on the channel what you want to see and what you like to see. And I do, again, appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, if you've made it to the end of this update video, you will get another gold star like you did the last video. Thanks for supporting Gaming for XP, and we'll see you next time.